Hello students, welcome to the first lecture of subject Industrial Engineering, Semester 6, Mechanical Engineering Department. Our first lecture is about location selection and plant layout, prepared by Assistant Professor Sumit Singh Sikarwar, Mechanical Engineering Department, Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology, Gandhinagar. So let us begin with it. In this chapter we will learn how to select the location of any plant and the different layouts or different plant layouts on which an industry works. So our first topic is nature of location decision. So how to decide whether where should locate our industry so that we'll have the maximum profit. The plant location is an important decision which decides the fate of any business. So in past, much importance was given to the selection of appropriate location and decision. So in this regard, mainly governed by an individual preferences of any entrepreneurs and social customs. So we can say that this results in failure of many organizations which could have been successful. Another thing is government also become an instrument in selection of locations. So what are the policies, different policies? It also governs the locations of any industry. What are the different policy of particular government? So we knew that in India, state state wise it is different, right? Next is the degree of significance of selection of location of any enterprise. It mainly depends on its size and nature. Sometimes the nature of the product itself suggests some suitable location also. Also, a small scale industry mainly selects the site where in accordance with its capacity and the local market available for its product. So in case of this, a small industry can easily be moved to another place. But for large industries, as they require huge amount of investment, so there are many considerations other than local demand for the selection of a proper plant. Now let us see the importance of location. So the selection of location is an important activity for the success of any business, and it requires careful analysis. It is important for both new and already established enterprises. So selection of appropriate location is important due to the following reasons. First, nature or climatic conditions. Second, availability and nearness to the sources of raw material. Next is transportation cost in obtaining raw material and also distribution or marketing finished products to the ultimate users. Next, it is access to market, where small business in retail or wholesale or services should be located within the vicinity of densely populated areas. Another factor or another reason is availability of infrastructural facilities such as developed areas. So these are few. Uh, uh, it is also considered, right, for selecting a location of any plant. Availability of skilled and non-skilled work labor and technically qualified and trained managers is also one of the reason behind location, proper local location selection. Banking and financial institutions, they must be located nearby. Another, locations must be selected in such a manner that we can say that it is linked with the with developed areas, industrial areas. But obviously it results in savings and reduction in transportation overheads. Again, strategic considerations of safety and security should be given due to it is also given importance. Another things we may need to keep in mind is government influences both. It includes both positive and negative impacts. So positive, as we know that positive things are like electricity, banking, tax relief. So these are few positive subsidies, right? So these are few positive things. Negative impacts are setting up industries in urban areas for reasons of population control and decentralization of industry. So these are few negative pros and cons. Residents of a small business entrepreneurs want to set up nearby homelands. So we must keep this thing also in our mind. Next is the need for the selection of our next thing is dynamic nature of plant location. So what is dynamic nature? Dynamic nature, that means uh, any industry after certain time it need to move or relocate some other place, right? So these are few topics we need to keep in our mind when the relocation becomes necessary. It is due to shift in the structure of the market or movement of markets. It is changes in the nature and cost of the transportation due to change in the cost and availability of raw material. It is due to the change in pricing policy of entrepreneur. It is due to undesirable labor situations. It can be due to non availability of a labor or rise in the labor cost, or we can say that it is change in other factors also. The movement or relocation also occurs due to the non uh, due to the demolition, or you can say that compulsory purchase of premises or national legislation. It can be happen due to the relocation of few industrial policies or due to relocation of the few associated industries. So due to the relocation of various associated industries and plants, it is also due to the scientific discoveries, or we can say that developments. So to establish a new technology or new setup, it requires relocation. So these are the dynamic nature of a plant location. As we know that there is nothing like permanent or good location. So we don't have any permanent good location. It always changes. So these are the few factors which due to which our location changes. Our next topic is choice of site location. So basically, we need to consider the three stages or three basic foundations. So the problem of site selection of a factory can be solved in the following three stages. Our first stage is selection of region. Next stage is selection of locality, and third stage is selection of actual site. So let us begin with selection of the region. Generally, what we are the geographical area can be divided on the basis of natural regions, right? Or you can say that it is political boundaries within the nations. Uh, if we want to take few examples, so boundary between the Maharashtra state and Gujarat state, UP state. So that suitability of various regions are considered on the basis of the comparatively cost. So some of the major considerations in selecting the reasons are: first, it is and proximity of availability and proximity of raw material. It is vicinity of market, labor supply, and climate conditions. Next thing is selection of locality. So these are the following factors which affects the selection of location or locality. First is availability of market, proximity to market, availability to labor, transport communication, and it is also availability of power and fuel. It can be climate conditions, availability of water, industries, ancillary industries, and we can say that somewhat financial and other ads. It can be a business and commercial facilities. So these are the factors on which the selection of locality depends. Now let us understand a few locations. So basically we had three locations: urban locations. So there are few benefits, pros and cons while selecting the urban locations, rural location, and suburban location. So let us understand the advantages of urban location. First, we get excellent communication network. We will have good transportation facility for market and people also. We are having availability of skilled and trained worker there. We will get the factory of vicinity of the market, hence high local demand. Again, we have excellent sourcing of subcontracting facilities also. We will have the good educational and recreational and medical facilities also. In urban location, you will also find the availability of service of consultants, training institutes, and trainers. But it is having a few disadvantages also. The first disadvantage is high cost of land compared to rural land. We don't have sufficient land for expansion. Again, labor cost is high due to high cost of living. Next is industrial unrest due to the trade union activities. We have management labor relations which are which must influence by union activities. We have municipal and other authority restrictions on building also. and high labor turnover is there. So let us finish this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see the other two in our next video.